Asmongold is officially now streaming on Kick. Now, to be clear, it's not going to be exclusive. It's going to be multi-streaming, but still, when this happened, I was like, whoa, this is a massive, massive update. And he posted a video on it. We're not going to watch the whole thing. We're just going to get the gist of it here. But holy crap, this is a momentous occasion that I definitely wanted to cover because I feel like he's going to be the first domino of massive channels to fall when it comes to multi-streaming. And this is a big, big deal in the world of streaming.
Because obviously I know a lot of people have been wondering and curious. Like,
well, he is speaking really fast.
My plan is tomorrow.
What is going on? Playback speed. It's 2 times. Jeez.
I was going to talk a little bit about that with multi-streaming, because obviously I know a lot of people have been wondering and curious, like what's happening. My plan is tomorrow, I'm going to start multi-streaming on Kick. I joined the Kick Partner Program, and that's happening literally tomorrow. It is I press one button and I go live on another platform. And some of the big reasons why, and I'll talk a little bit about it. Some of the big reasons why is that I think that, and also, just in case anybody is concerned at all, nothing is going to change if you like watching on Twitch. Not a single thing. I'm going to be
Who, like, honest, genuine question. Who likes watching on Twitch? Is there anyone? Like, I remember Twitch used to have like a Twitch app on like PC, where it's like somewhat manageable and okay. But what it is now on a web page, I'm just like, I don't like Twitch at all.
Streaming, I'm just simply streaming on Kick as well. I'm not moving over there. I'm not leaving Twitch. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just streaming on there as well.
Well, no. Yes, you said 56,000 viewers of his, and I get that, but I'm wondering like how many of those like Twitch, because maybe they just want to watch him because they like him. And he's only on Twitch. So I'm curious to see how many people are going to migrate over to Kick. I wonder if it's going to be a fair amount.
And so anyway, yeah, I just joined. You're going to gamble? No, I don't like gambling. Why would I gamble? No.
Wow. 50,000 viewers on Twitch today and 50,000 viewers on Kick today. Woo! That's impressive. That's a lot of people watching you. Wow. Like, I think we had at peak tonight, we had almost 600 people to peak tonight. And I'm thinking that's a shit ton of people watching. 100,000 people. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I talked to the guys there. I've had a good relationship with them. And so we set something up and I joined the program and that's it. And so, yeah. And again, the reason why I didn't go to YouTube is because of DMCA. It's not feasible for me to go to YouTube. Like if I could do it, I would, but I'm not going to. And so I'm going to start and try and do Kick. Did you get a bag? No signing bonus or anything like that. I just joined the program and that's about it.
That surprised me. Like when I heard that, I was like, damn. Kick is making out on this deal. They don't have to give him a signing bonus. They don't have to give any extra money to him. They literally just need to exist. And he is now bringing a huge impact over to that platform by merely existing. That's crazy.
And the reason why is that, so they introduced like a thing for a while, like Kick didn't let you.
He wouldn't lie about that. I mean, remember, this guy doesn't like push ads. I don't think he even takes donations. I don't know where's he even get his money? Like just YouTube ad revenue? Maybe. Almost every video he posts goes over 1 million views. So that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Typically, a video with 1 million views gets around $3,500. It could range though, 2,500 to 3,500. But if you're a bigger creator where companies are paying to be shown before your videos, you could be making upwards of $4,000 to $5,000 on 1 million views. Every video, and he posts multiple videos a day. That's a lot of money racking up and stacking up. Asmon makes $40K per month with subs on Twitch. Wow. Okay. So not just the YouTube ad revenue, but the subs on Twitch. Okay. Now, what's the benefit to being a sub of his on Twitch? Does that like, does he not let you chat if you don't sub to him or something? Like, what's the benefit to subbing to him? Or is it just people that want to support him?
Multi-stream on there, or I would have done this earlier. And I think that like there are cases like, for example, you saw how like Lucy Pyre got banned and going cheap. No, because it doesn't matter. Like it doesn't matter at all. Like for me, it doesn't make a big difference in any capacity whatsoever. And so because like the reason why I'm doing it is that I think that there are a lot of reasons, but one of the reasons.
Okay, so if you sub, no ads. Okay, I didn't know about that.
Is that I think multi-streaming is the future. And I think that
he takes donations too, but says only if you really want and can afford to. I legit have never seen any donations ever go through to him, but maybe Twitch doesn't like, maybe he doesn't like show them on the screen and stuff. Maybe he just has a place where they just go and he just doesn't acknowledge them. Maybe that's where it is.
Fixating on one platform and forcing people to be exclusive on one platform is reductive for content creators. And I think that people like Destiny have shown that. I think people like, I would say Destiny is probably the best example that's shown that. And so, yeah, that's currently it. And as user Asmongold, I honestly, like, we talked about it for a while. I've got to make sure that I have everything set up, and then I can link you guys to channel and everything like that. So, yeah. And that's currently what the plan is, right? And competition breeds innovation. Yes, exactly. Especially a platform that bans you for any woke reason. Well, this is another big reason, right? Why I wanted to move off of and not only stream on Twitch. One of the big reasons why is straight up because of the bans. Like I see somebody like Lucy get banned yesterday for showing like a little bit of curvature as like a VTuber model, or I see somebody not get banned for like threatening violence. And I think to myself, like, this isn't a platform that has a lot of stability to it. It just doesn't. And so like, that's really what my focus was. And I saw that.
So I think Asmongold sees what's happening right now. And this is kind of like a little bit of insight where he's almost like showing his hand on what he's thinking. And he sees not just Twitch, but I would argue he sees what's happening with Alyssa and what she's doing. This guy's not an idiot. He's not completely out in the dark with all this. And he sees how YouTube is reacting to stuff right now. He sees how Twitch is reacting to stuff right now. And it probably makes him feel a little bit uneasy. It probably makes him feel like, hey, they could change the rules in a snap. And tomorrow I could be banned here. And I'd have nowhere to be. And I just have to bend over and take it because I can't go anywhere else. The best way to fight back against these platforms is to multi-stream. It is. It absolutely is. And this moment right here is like legitimately making me wonder if I should put more effort into multi-streaming, because I've had a lot of people ask me specifically to do Rumble. But I have not investigated Kick at all. I have a Kick account. I might look into Kick too. So exactly, Wicho. Diversify.
And I just think that there's a good probability and a good possibility that Twitch does, and I'm being serious about this, that Twitch makes a drastic change with the way that moderation happens on their platform. And when that happens, I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of my content becomes against my, becomes against the rules. And so that's really it. And you can say which Kick account. Yeah, I'll link everything and do all of that later on. I will.
Yeah, I have a lot of frustrations with Rumble. Rumble is not very creator friendly, and it's a lot more work to get everything set up. The APIs aren't there. The connections aren't there. I have nothing but respect for people like Hypnotic that put all the work into every single night, multi-streaming and getting it set up. It's a chore. Could I do it? Yes, I could do it. But then I'd have to remember to turn off the Rumble chat and the Rumble stream after the stream's over, because it doesn't turn off automatically when I turn this one off. I'd have to make sure to read comments from both of them. I'd need to make sure to read the supers from both of them. And yeah, there's a lot of things that it's not ideal currently, but maybe Kick. I don't know. I am curious. I am curious about Kick right now.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
currently what the plan is. We sometimes stream just to Kick to do some NSFW
Yeah, see, I'm not
content.
concerned about
No,
that.
I'm gonna reserve that for OnlyFans. I'm sorry to say. Yeah, that's it. And I'll throw us a link. Yeah, I'm gonna have a link in just a little bit and make sure I have everything set up. And if you really fucked up to be banned on Kick, yeah, exactly, right. And will there be an offline channel on Kick too? I have not even thought that far. We got the offline channel on Twitch banned, but we're gonna try and do that for now, okay? And you can watch movies and shit on Kick exclusively. So I did talk to Eddie and them.
Wait, you can watch a movie on Kick? What? That tells me right there, Kick is not big enough for anyone to care about it. If you can watch a movie on Kick, no one's going to do anything about it. Yikes. Whoa. That's crazy. Wow.
And I'm not going to be doing anything exclusively on Kick. There will be one thing I may be doing as well, though, is that, you know, obviously they have a lot of connections. And so I was thinking about doing my own podcast where I do interviews with like different high profile people. And if I did that, I would probably record that on Kick and then just put it on YouTube. So that's another possibility, right? Because like obviously Steak and Eggs podcast is obviously dead and we stopped doing that. And you know, that's it. And so, and again, guys, if people don't want to watch it live, you're going to have it on YouTube as well. So that's what matters the most. What about the platforms in the future? Yeah, I plan on doing that too. Yeah, but I'm going to start with Kick, and I think that's the best idea. And I want to see how that goes, and then basically make a decision after that and see.
Okay. I'm surprised, but I really shouldn't be. I'm surprised because I thought if he was going to multi-stream, it would be YouTube. But I feel like this is just more speaking to the point of it's very counterculture and kind of lone wolf doing your own thing, and it's the way he's always been. And in a weird way, it's very Elon Musk-esque, where he's like, "No, I'm just gonna go over to this other one." Like, just because everyone's going that way doesn't mean I'm going that way. It's like, well, all right, you built the platform big enough to do that, so yeah.
Okay, well, like how did this go? How are people reacting to this? Has this been beneficial? And then I'll think about other platforms after that as well. But I think it's a smart thing to do to just go.
You're absolutely right about the YouTube behaving like Twitch. That makes a lot more sense.
Second biggest live streaming platform right now. That would be it. And that's it. Is multi-stream against TOS? It's not anymore, and that's why I'm doing it. So the reason why I didn't multi-stream back in the day is because I wasn't allowed to. Like for a long time, Twitch forced you into exclusivity, and the people that weren't forced into it had contracts that locked them into it.
Wait. So Twitch did not allow you to multi-stream if you were on Twitch. It was against the terms of service to multi-stream. That's insane. That's even more reason to never use Twitch when that was a rule. Wow. Wow. Why would anyone use Twitch? That's crazy.
But I never had one of those contracts, number one. And number two, that rule has gone away. That was bad. It was. Will there be ads? Will there be ads? No. Period. No. I'm going to be totally honest, guys. I could show you guys how much I make, right? Like streaming on there. Like that'd be fine. Like I don't really care. But I don't really care that much about money. Like if I want to make a lot of money, there's a lot of ways for me to be able to make money. And like streaming is only one avenue of me being able to make a lot of money. Like I could make money doing like 10 or 20 different things, right? And so please, you're interested.
It's kind of funny how capitalism can work, where you really do get to a point where some people are just so popular, whereas it's like I can just whatever I do will just make money. It's like Paris Hilton can literally sell her branded like toilet paper, and people would be like, "Whoo, Paris Hilton toilet paper? where can I buy that?" I mean, we just had what's her name with the bath soap? Like what? There's a point you get to where no matter what you do, it's just you just get money. And when you get to that point, thank you, Sydney Sweetie. When you get to that point, you have people like Asmongold where he's like, yeah, no, I don't care about money. I live in this house and I do what I love. I love what I do. And there's something so admirable about that. That really is. Like I always say, I'd like to think I never change. If I ever did blow up to Asmongold, just like playing pretend, thinking about it, I'd like to think I'm still who I am. But money does funny things to people. And no matter what people say, when you get the money, it makes people think differently. Um, I'd like to think for me personally, I've had such highs and lows uh, financially in my life that I I only care about money to the point of making sure I pay my mortgage. That's literally the extent of what I care about money. But there are some people that always want more. There's never enough money. There's never enough money for some people. And I'm like, hey, that's fine. If that's what drives you, that's great. I just want to do what I love and be happy with it. And if it pays the bills, I am living the dream. I mean, I could name 100 people off the top of my head that are begging to be able to be in my position, just doing this. I'm like, I realize that, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to do this. But as far as if I ever did get way bigger, I I'd like to think I'm still who I am. I've always kind of made that promise since I was a tiny channel to be like, if this ever does go anywhere, I'm gonna make a promise to myself to always be me. But um, I'm hopeful that I keep that promise. That's all. um,
And so I don't care about ads. I don't want any ads for you guys. I'm not going to run any of this stuff. And I'm going to try to make sure that we're uploading at the highest quality. This is one of the things that I talk to the guys at Kick about making sure that the quality for the streams is higher and better. And so that way, it's an improvement as well. So you guys can see that. So yeah, that's currently what the plan is. And that's going to be starting tomorrow too. And there's not a big difference between like what's going to be happening today and tomorrow. Like I'm literally just going to be doing the same thing. At the beginning, it's probably going to be harder for me to integrate chats between like Kick and Twitch. And so that's probably like something I'll need an app for or a plugin for or something like that. Now I'm going to be looking through that soon. But that's currently what my plan is. You said that yesterday? Well, no, I did say that. Okay, so I'm just going to completely pull back the curtain. I'm going to tell you guys exactly what happened. I put off making this announcement for like a month.
Darksis, to that point, and I always tell you guys to keep me honest. If you ever feel like I ever get to that point where I become narcissistic or projecting and delusional, I hope you guys keep me in check. And always tell me if I'm off base with anything.
Month. And they were getting annoyed by it because I'm the kind of person that just puts everything off. And they're like, bro, can you please just fucking announce this and start doing it? I'm like, okay, fine. I'm going to start doing it June 1st. And so I checked the calendar and I thought that May had 30 days to it. And I told them I would announce it on June 1st. And so yesterday I went live thinking it was June 1st. And about an hour and a half into the stream, I looked down and it said 5:31. And I was like, that's why at the time I was like typing to somebody. I was like, wait a minute. Okay, yeah, all right, that's it.
Is that not the most Asmon thing ever? Where it's just like streaming like, oh shit. It's not June. Whoops. That's amazing. Anyways, I'll leave that there because he goes on and on. I watched this already earlier today, but that was basically the gist of it that I wanted to get across is I feel like this is a very important step for content creators in general. And it's almost in a weird way, like Asmongold is blazing a path. And I think the next thing that's going to happen is he's going to multi-stream to not just Kick, But when he gets with Elon, sets up X, gets him on X as well, and multi-stream to 3 places, and then go from there. And that's going to be the ultimate FU to these corporations to get back at them. Be like, they do not own us. We own them. Without us, they are nothing. And they know that, but this is the way to kind of fight back against that.